And we're digging deeper into questions raised about how an increase in speed is impacting accidents on Ohio interstates. Speed limits on some highways raised to 70 miles per hour 5 years ago. A report from the State Department of Public Safety found since that time, crashes have gone up by nearly 25% on those roads. 2 News reporter Kristen Eskow live with the conversation those statistics have sparked.
Hey, Brooke, State Police say luckily the rise in crashes here in the Miami Valley isn't as high as in other parts of the state, but State Police say they've still seen a slight increase in crashes on roads like Interstate 75 in our area. So we decided to look into why the speed limit was changed in the first place and what's being done to try to turn things around. This is Interstate 75. Here in Miami County, it's a way of travel for up to 65,000 vehicles per day.
70 miles an hour, it's easy, very easy to get to, and it's very easy to exceed.
Driving down the road, I constantly see people doing things they shouldn't be behind the wheel.
In 2013, the state increased the speed limit to 70 miles per hour on some Ohio highways.
They've got to sometimes be going 80, 85. And that's scary.
Sue Vonation lives in Piqua and takes I-75 to go shopping in Lima and the Dayton area. She says she believes lowering the speed limit is something the state should consider.
At 65, maybe they would slow down a little bit more even on the other side, on the left lane or the middle lane.
The Ohio Department of Public Safety tested the limits, comparing 65 and 70 miles per hour in a recent study. The report found a nearly 25% increase in crashes on 70-mile-per-hour roads since the speed limit was changed. That includes a 66% increase in lane change-related crashes. Do you think changing the speed limit was a mistake?
No, I do not.
Ross McGregor served in the Ohio House for nearly 10 years, representing part of Clark County. As former chair of the Subcommittee for Transportation Finance, his name appears on the bill, which became law in 2013, that raised the speed limit.
I know that my colleagues and I would not have promoted this change if we felt that there was a risk to public safety.
McGregor says a main reason for the change, to give highways in Ohio a speed limit consistent with surrounding states. He says he believes officials should look at other factors before considering a speed limit change.
What are the causes of those? I don't know. Is it speed? I'm not saying it's not, but there are a lot of other variables.
The Ohio Department of Transportation declined our request for an interview for this story, referring us to State Police. But a spokesperson told us by email that ODOT has the power to lower speed limits on its own. Right now, he says that option isn't being considered, and ODOT will continue working with State Police to determine if any changes are needed.
We know that the more you increase speeds, the higher the likelihood that you're involved in a traffic crash.
Lieutenant Joseph GEBHART works with the Ohio State Highway Patrol's Piqua Post. His team oversees a roughly 40-mile stretch of Interstate 75 in Miami and Shelby counties.
70 miles an hour on dry roads with light traffic and good visibility is really not too problematic. When it becomes problematic is when you have inclement weather, when you have heavier traffic, when you have the people that start following too close.
Because of the study, State Police have added patrols on some highways in 3 counties with the biggest increases in crashes, 2 in central Ohio and 1 in the northern part of the Buckeye State. Lieutenant GEBHART says the Piqua Post has seen a slight increase in crashes, so the speed limit hasn't changed their patrolling tactics so far. He says continuing to educate the public on the issue is key.
Increase the distance, put the phones down, and pay attention.
Back in Piqua, Sue Vonation says she's not sure lowering the speed limit would change drivers' habits. She says she believes safety on the roads is primarily in drivers' hands.
Keep your eyes open. Don't be on the phone. Don't be speeding. Watch around you as much as you can while you're driving.
And the targeted enforcement period will last a total of 6 months in those 3 areas with the biggest increases in crashes. At the end of that time period, State Police will see if that's done anything to slow the increase in crashes before determining if any other changes are needed. We're live tonight in Tip City. Kristen Eskow, 2 News, working for you.